What is up, everybody? Furious Nation, YouTube.com. I'm Nick Fiore here. It is Saturday, January 9th of 2021. Uh, First full week of 2021. I'm Nick Fiore. Adam's with me here today. We are actually doing the first time ever with my channel. I'm doing for the first time ever with this very channel. In one video, you're going to get a Raw review and a SmackDown review. In one here with this very video, we're going to go over Raw first and SmackDown last. And we have a lot to go over with Raw and SmackDown this week. We had Legends Night this past Monday on Raw. We got a lot to go over with that. Also, we got a lot to go over with SmackDown, what happened last night. Shinsuke Nakamura, Daniel Bryan, the SmackDown Tag Team title situation, Big E and the Ice title with Apollo Crews in that situation, and the gauntlet match that happened last night on SmackDown. You had Nakamura in there along with Adam Pearce, Rey Mysterio, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Daniel Bryan, and the Royal Rumble implications regarding Roman Reigns and who he wrestles and such at the Royal Rumble and all that other stuff, and etc. etc. We're gonna go over all of that with both shows this week. Also, I'm thinking either probably tonight or tomorrow. I'm thinking about putting into one video just like this video right here. We had AEW New Year's Smash, the Bullet Club reuniting, which was great. Great ending to Dynamite. Yeah, New Year's Evil, which was a really good show as well, just like Dynamite. New Year's Smash. We had Karrion Kross and Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez of Last Women Standing, Finn Balor, Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Championship, the announcing of the Dusty Classic and all, the men and the women. So we got some stuff. So it's a lot of stuff to go over that, but I'll be by myself with that though. With the one, so either today, later tonight, or tomorrow, sometime during the day tomorrow, I'll be by myself right here in this channel, reviewing in one video for Dynamite, NXT, also NXT UK. Benjamin Carter, if you watched NXT UK a couple days ago, I actually watched it. I didn't watch it live this past Thursday, but I watched it later in Thursday night this week on the WWE Network. NXT UK, the main event, the end for the Cruiserweight Championship, the real Cruiserweight Championship, Jordan Devlin versus Ben Carter. I'd highly recommend going out of your way and watching that. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff.
That was an excellent match.
If this is your first time watching Benjamin Carter, the sky's the limit for him. And only 22 years old, you know, it's like so much potential. So, man, so if you have not watched already, please go out of your way and watch that. And I mean that wholeheartedly. But again, either later on tonight or sometime during the day tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a video right here on the channel by myself, though, solo, for one video review for 3-in-1, NXT, NXT UK, and AEW Dynamite. So look out for that later on, either later on tonight or sometime during the day tomorrow. Also, if you have not done so already, follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. Follow me on Facebook at Nicholas_Fiore_31 over on my Facebook. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you want. The option's always there for you guys. Follow Adam on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter as well. Links right in the description as well. And my goal, I know I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. My goal for 2021 is to at least 30 to 50 subscribers right here on the channel for the year of 2021. So hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure you turn on that bell for all notifications so you guys know whenever I upload on the channel and onto YouTube. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Turn on the bell for all, not some, all notifications. And be sure to hit that like button as well. It would greatly be appreciated. As far as video gaming goes, I know it's like a week or two I haven't been doing video gaming, but yesterday I actually stopped at Best Buy, got a capture card, so I want to make the video gaming on my channel look good and better, so that's why I haven't been doing some video gaming for a week or two, so that should be back soon. Video gaming on my channel as well. And that is that as far as all of that good stuff goes. So to start this video off, we're gonna start with Raw Legends Night, with what happened on Raw this past Monday Night Legends Night, Raw January 4th of 2021, 2011. Raw, I wish. Or no, before that, actually. 2008, 2005. Oh my God.
We wait. We wait.
Yeah. First Raw of 2021. You'd think they'd have a fire lit under their ass, right? No, we have Legends Night. Legends Night. And I have the rating for that. When we might as well go over that real quick. The Raw rating this week. Last week's Raw got a 1.7 million viewers, correct, Adam?
Yep, on the final Raw of 2020.
And the rating that Raw gets this week for the first Raw of this new year of 2021, and on Legends Night, the rating they got, folks, a 2.1 million viewer rating. They couldn't even get 3 million viewers with Legends Night. And Adam and I have said it. They're going to get a big rating this week because of Legends Night, but do not get comfortable, guys. The next week's Raw is what matters the most, and they will go right back to being garbage with Raw next Monday. I guarantee that.
And they will go right back to 1.7. And they will go right back to 1.7.
And even Raw Legends Night didn't even feel like a fucking Legends Night. It was a legendary failure. It's a legendary failure. What was there on the show that was a deeming quality?
Zero. Big fat zero.
And we got some news to go over regarding the ending. Well, Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee in the main event fought on Raw for the WWE title, 30-minute, decent match. Keith Lee looked decent, looked like NXT. Keith Lee evolved a little bit in the match with the Spanish Fly, obviously that spot in the matchup. Drew McIntyre retains clean. And then good old Bill Goldberg, superhero Bill, comes out. And he challenges Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Fucking save us all. Save us all.
Kane, can you hit the lightning bolt on us?
Yeah. Royal Rumble, January 31st, 2021. You might as well call The Undertaker and Kane, get the, have Undertaker and Kane dress up in the black suits and all, get the casket and the urn, get the shovel, set up a funeral wake or whatever. Set that date for January 31st of 2021, man, because the Royal Rumble, January 31st, 2021 this year. This is going to be the burial of this is going to be the burial of Drew McIntyre.
Well, don't forget about the Druids, the Undertaker's Druids. Yeah, to bring in the coffin, and they shove the dirt on the casket.
This is going to be the burial of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, I love you, but January 31st, 2021, Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, kiss that WWE title, kiss your career and your push on the main roster. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yep. Mwah. Goodbye. You really, like, Goldberg refused to put The Fiend over at Super Showdown 2020. You think he's going to put Drew McIntyre over? He won't.
Nope.
He won't. And the reason he didn't put over The Fiend at Super Showdown 2020, I can't lose to this clown in a creepy clown mask, or my image is forever tarnished for all the little kiddies and the children and the youngsters out there that think that I'm a big superhero.
Idiot.
Fuck Bill Goldberg.
Disgrace.
Fuck Bill Goldberg.
The guy is a disgrace. Yeah, he had a problem putting over The Fiend, but he did not have any problem putting over boring shit man. Yeah.
Who we did not see on Raw Monday night. He'll probably return at the Royal Rumble.
Unfortunately.
Ugh. He won't
Like
win,
he did
but he won't win. But Jesus Christ, man, I don't even miss Braun Strowman. Have him remain.
Nobody even misses. Nobody even misses Braun Strowman.
He's terrible. He's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And Goldberg and now Goldberg, they might still do Goldberg and Reigns at Mania. Please, no. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see it.
Roman even did not want the match to happen last year. To begin with.
Goldberg has the balls to say Roman backed out away from me and he's a coward and he has subpar wrestling skills and I made the spear and he does the spear shitty. Bullshit, Bill Goldberg.
Why?
Bullshit.
Why? Well, why, Mr. Bill? Because Roman said he wanted to face the Fiend, not you? And he didn't want you at WrestleMania?
And Roman Reigns didn't want to get exposed to COVID-19, putting his health first.
Yeah, and put over his kids first, his two newborn kids first.
Yeah, Goldberg is selfish and only thinks of Goldberg. And Goldberg only thinks about, and not only does Goldberg think about himself, but he also thinks about the money and the money only. That's all he cares about. He don't love the business.
The almighty dollar.
Goldberg doesn't care about the business at all. All he's there for is this. And he has 3 or 4 more matches left before he leaves. Then he can go to Ring of Honor for all I care. Ring of Honor is dead enough since the Bucks and Omega and Cody and Adam Page left for AEW. I mean, you want to make Ring of Honor even more dead by all means.
Well, and now Marty Scurll has now left Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Marty Scurll recently is no more part of ways with Ring of Honor. Yet they re-signed him, last year to a new deal, and he's gone. What was even the point of even keeping him? Now who's left in Ring of Honor?
Well, because they didn't even want him to be in NXT or AEW. Because they were interested in him.
And Marty Scurll was part of the Speaking Out movement.
Yeah. He was a part of the Speaking Out movement, yeah.
So that kind of fucked him up. But it's like, why did you even sign him if this is what was going to happen?
Yeah, because they wanted to sign him. They wanted him to stay. And now with the Speaking Out movement that happened to him, now they had a problem in their hands.
Now this makes them look dumb.
Yeah.
For even having him sign a new deal.
Yeah.
And now who does Ring of Honor have? Flip Gordon?
Nobody. Yeah, they still have him. EC3, he was only signed for the remainder of 2020. He's now still a free agent.
He could end up Ring of Honor or NWA or MLW or AEW or New Japan.
Whatever. Yeah. It's his choice. Who do they have? Flip Gordon.
They have nobody.
They have Roosh. They have Roosh.
The Roosh,
the current world heavyweight. Yeah, the world heavyweight champion. They're world champion. Who do they have? these 90-pound unknown faceless jobbers
that nobody even knows.
Yeah, or do they have Jay Lethal, the Briscoes?
Yeah, literally, those are the only guys they have left. That's it.
Yeah, they're legit the Jay Lethal and the Briscoe brothers are legit the only notable names on Ring of Honor, and Flip Gordon.
Yeah.
What happens with their?
They have no one left.
What happened to?
Yeah. Whether they go to NXT or AEW or New Japan.
Yeah. What happens when Jay Lethal and Flip Gordon and the Briscoes are gone? Who does Ring of Honor have left?
Nobody. And you want to make Ring of Honor even more dead, that's what you do. You have Goldberg sent there, because I know what he would do because I know what Goldberg would do if he'd go there. He'd pick up his paycheck, he'd spear through the entire Ring of Honor roster, and they'd be dead in the fucking water even more. I don't think you want that.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Bill Goldberg.
And please, with Goldberg, please no Goldberg in AEW. Please no. Please no.
Well, unfortunately, Bill Goldberg, I said it to you a couple of days
ago. And Tony Khan wanted to sign him beforehand.
Yeah, and he dodged the bullet. Because
Thank
look
God.
what happened with Bill Goldberg. Yeah, and then look what Bill Goldberg has done since then.
My God, imagine if Goldberg was in AEW right now.
Well, my God.
That would have been terrible.
But now they dodged a bullet. They dodged a bullet.
Now he could still sign with AEW after his WWE deal is up, but I fucking hope not. I don't want him anywhere near AEW. He'd kill them.
Nobody wants him anywhere near professional wrestling, period.
Like, Goldberg in there with Omega. Do you think he's going to put Kenny Omega over? He won't.
Nope.
If he didn't put The Fiend over, and you know he's not going to put McIntyre over, I just see it coming, unfortunately. I just, like...
It's either two things. Either two things with Bill Goldberg. Either Goldberg wins the WWE Championship, or Bill Goldberg loses, but he enters the Royal Rumble at number 30.
Oh, fuck. That would be fucking ridiculous. Who the fuck wants to see that? Who wants to see that? Daniel Bryan is your Royal Rumble winner, not Goldberg.
Well, he has two more matches left.
Nobody wants to see Goldberg and Roman Reigns. Nobody wants to see it, period. People didn't want to see it.
Well,
people did, like with last year, people didn't want to see it. Then they don't want to see it now. Oh, but it's Spear versus Spear. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck? Even Roman Reigns, when he left, he knew the match was gonna suck.
Exactly.
And he told the management he was not going to show up.
Yeah, and he put his health first, and you gotta respect Roman for that. Yeah, Goldberg has the balls to say that Roman cowardly backed away from him, and that he can't wrestle, and he does the spear like shit. How dare you, Goldberg? How fucking dare you?
Yeah, well, you know, he has 4 matches. One match of which is with Drew McIntyre. Imagine if the second match is the Royal Rumble and he still loses.
If he's wrestling McIntyre, he should be nowhere near the Rumble. But knowing this company, I would not put it past them. But fucking Christ, I hope they don't fucking do that. That would be fucking god awful. God awful.
Nothing is stopping them. Drew McIntyre can win, Bill Goldberg can lose, but he still enters the Rumble at number 30.
And Goldberg plays fucking politics. That's another thing to factor in.
Yeah.
Goldberg is selfish. He's selfish.
Either he would put himself over, or he would put McIntyre over, but he puts himself in the number 30 position at the Royal Rumble. That's my 2 predictions that will happen.
We'll see what happens. But please, I hope to Christ McIntyre goes over, but I doubt it. After what Goldberg did to The Fiend, what makes you think he's going to put McIntyre over? For all we know, he may nearly paralyze McIntyre like he almost paralyzed The Undertaker and The Fiend in Saudi Arabia. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
But they botched. Yeah. He nearly broke The Undertaker's neck with a botched jackhammer.
Almost killed him.
And he lifted The Fiend up for a vertical suplex.
He couldn't even pick up The Fiend, and it definitely looked like a vertical suplex, and almost broke The Fiend's fucking neck. Could have paralyzed him.
Yeah. What makes you think he's going to be able to lift up Drew McIntyre for a fucking jackhammer?
For all we know, he may botch the thing like he did with Taker and Fiend. He may nearly paralyze McIntyre.
Or to all we know, he might botch a gorilla press with Drew McIntyre.
Or might do a shitty spear. Or he may no-sell the Claymore. Or the Future Shock DDT.
Or he gets a concussion while he tries to do the spear.
Yeah. He may take a Claymore, kip up, no-sell the fucking Claymore, then spear. Knowing Goldberg in his selfish fucking ways and knowing that politic playing bitch Bill Goldberg, he may do that.
Yeah. Or he might try to do the spear, but he gets a concussion. And by hitting the steel post, that's all we know.
And then in Saudi Arabia in 2019 against The Undertaker, how he busted himself open with the fucking door.
Yeah, and he botched the spear, and he hit the steel post on his head.
Yeah, and then he couldn't even do a fucking knee bar on Undertaker in Saudi Arabia. Then he gets ripped a new asshole by Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, oh man. I hope to God McIntyre goes over, but I have no faith in this company. And
No
knowing
thanks.
and Goldberg playing politics, knowing Goldberg and him playing fucking politics, please, oh God. And imagine if they give Goldberg the title at the Rumble and we get Goldberg and Strowman again at WrestleMania. Oh, but WrestleMania 36 had no fans. It doesn't count, man.
A show happened. It was on the WWE Network. You
He
watched
decided
it
to put
live
on the
on
event.
television.
It happened in April. It counts.
It counts. It's on the record books.
It fucking counts. So don't even. So it's like these geeks on social media. It's like, don't even come up with the bullshit defending excuse. Oh, but Mania 36 had 0 fans, so it doesn't count, man. It fucking counts. It counts.
It counts.
So don't
They
even
wanted to
try
put
and
on a
defend this.
WrestleMania.
Don't even come up with that lame excuse. Don't even
They
try and
wanted to
defend
put
that.
on a WrestleMania. They wanted it to put on WrestleMania. They wanted to put it on the air still.
And during a COVID pandemic, they decided to do it. So geeks,
Yeah,
it definitely counts.
It counts.
It definitely counts. I actually got some quick news to go over, actually. I actually read this about a few hours ago. WWE's booking for Goldberg is not working in his favor, says Mr. John Cena Sr., John Cena's dad. Now, if you don't know him, he has been seen on WWE television multiple times, and especially in 07 and all, and he's the father of John Cena. And all. He's the same guy who ripped Jinder a new one when he was WWE champion 4 years ago. Jinder who killed SmackDown in 2017, that failure, Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
So the news article. Goldberg's WWE return was met with plenty of discussion throughout the pro wrestling world. He stepped up to Drew McIntyre, who then said that facing Goldberg would be like fighting his own father. That won't stop the WWE's booking direction, though, as they head towards the Rumble on January 31st of 2021. Now, while speaking to Boston Wrestling's MWF Wrestling Insider Show, John Cena Sr. laid it all out concerning WWE's current direction for Bill Goldberg. He doesn't have an issue as long as they don't embarrass Goldberg. At this point, WWE isn't doing the former Universal Champion any favors. If Goldberg, quote, and this is from John Cena Sr., quote, if Goldberg wins the belt, then that's it. If he wins, if he goes over McIntyre, if Goldberg goes over McIntyre, I think the fans are just going to say disapproving sound. Why would you do that match anyway? I take nothing away from Goldberg's athleticism. He's a guy in great shape. When McIntyre says, I feel like I'm beating up my dad. I don't think your dad's built like Goldberg. Kudos to you, Goldberg. I may knock you and make a few comments, but you know that. He's still got a few rides left, but if you're gonna put him on the ride, at least put him in a position where you don't embarrass him, you elevate him. And this is what they are doing. It's not working in Goldberg's favor. John Cena's father wanted to make sure that it was made clear that he isn't taking anything away from Goldberg. He just wants to see WWE put Goldberg in situations where he can gain credibility. Take nothing away from Goldberg. That's not what I'm trying to do when I make my comments. What I'm trying to say is that if you're going to take a man of his caliber who holds some credibility, at least give him the chance to get some credibility. Don't squash him. Don't put him in matches where he can't go. Don't embarrass him to the point that the match looks like a piece of garbage. That's not doing anything to the individual or for the organization, nor the person that's facing him. End quote. Goldberg and Drew McIntyre's match at the Royal Rumble is not official. The WWE champion, however, though, will address Goldberg on Raw next week. By the way, this week on Raw, we're getting Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton again. 25, 26 times now McIntyre's wrestled Orton. Why? This is the best you can come up with.
This is 2021. You'd think they would start off with something new.
One match with this one segment this Monday on Raw, I will definitely be changing the channel or turning my head away from the TV from. because I'm not watching.
Or not even. Yeah, or not even review it, and we will just check the results.
Yeah, when come this Monday on Raw.
Yeah.
That is likely when they'll put that match in stone. Goldberg with Goldberg and McIntyre this Monday on Raw. That segment and all. This could be a very interesting road to WrestleMania, and it might include Goldberg swooping in to take a top title in WWE just in time for the show of shows. Not a good decision. Not a good decision. But John Cena Senior saying that Goldberg in this position doesn't do any favors. Can you blame John Cena Senior?
No, you can't blame him. It's nothing. Nothing is working in Goldberg's favor when it terms to WWE creative, because he wants to do things his way.
Yeah, because Goldberg plays fucking politics. Goldberg is selfish. He's not in it for the business. He only puts himself over. Look at what he did to the Fiend. He didn't make the Fiend look good at all. He no-sold the mandible claw not once, but twice. Twice.
Yeah. And then he went on to have one of the worst world title matches in WrestleMania history, in WWE history, with Braun Strowman.
Nothing but a finisher fest of a fucking match.
Yeah.
Nothing but a finisher fest of a match. But that's the news I got for the Raw side and stuff. But again, Goldberg and McIntyre. And I also heard another news report that said the reason they're doing Goldberg and McIntyre at the Rumble is because, quote, Raw has no one in line for McIntyre at the Rumble. Or they have no one in line ready for McIntyre.
No
right
one.
Now. Really now? Why not Sheamus?
Why not Sheamus? Haven't you been building this storyline up for, I don't know, months? Weeks?
Or did Bruce Pritchard forget?
Yeah. And he was still stuck in catering, eating some 10
stuff his face with mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Or eating some hot dogs. 10 types of hot dogs.
Or probably eating 10 hot dogs in a row. Just stuffing his face with fucking hot dogs. Which, by the way, Titus O'Neil's executive hot dog chef is, Tucker, because he loves them grilled hot dogs, Get some ketchup on there, get a little bit of mustard, though I'm not a big fan of mustard. You get some chili in there, get a nice chili cheese dog, get some melted nacho cheese on there, get some relish, you got some sauerkraut on there.
Are we talking about food or are we talking about Raw Legends Night?
At this point, I'd much rather eat hot dogs or talk about fucking hot dogs and food than watch Food Network and talk about that shit than watch Monday Night Raw. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's go over the show.
Yeah, enough of me rambling. I could go on and on all day, but we got reviews to do here. But yeah, that's all the news for Raw and shit, and all the other stuff. And we're gonna start off with what happened from top to bottom, beginning and end of Raw this past Monday Night Legends Night. And also, Candice Michelle was supposed to be there along with Carlito, but Candice Michelle said, quote, she was falsely advertised. Carlito, hopefully he's in the Rumble.
Well, Carlito said he was falsely advertised, and he turned down what was for him.
Yeah, who can blame him? Raw Legends Night, nothing but a desperation move to pop a cheap rating because the Raw ratings are in the fucking shithole. He even knows that Raw sucks.
Yeah, can you blame him for not wanting to appear? He even knows that this was a desperation move for ratings.
Carlito's not stupid. Carlito ain't stupid.
Yeah, he even knows that Monday Night Raw sucks.
Exactly. Maybe he's in the Rumble, but he even knows that Raw is the worst show on television.
Yeah.
So, show kicks off with Hulk Hogan. He's doing an ad for the H phone, which is a cell phone brand with Hogan's logo, with some short skit with Hogan. I heard this was like a last-minute change for the Raw script this past Monday night. Then we got first Raw of 2021. Guess what they start with?
I'll
give you one guess. Starts with an M. Miz TV. Miz TV, your first Raw of 2021, and you start with fucking Miz TV. You know, Miz TV in the first hour out of the 3 for Raw is not going to maintain viewership.
Miz TV
You want people to pick up the remote control and change the channel? By all means, put on Miz TV to start the fucking show. Why is Miz TV even a thing at this point? It is worthless. Worthless.
Better yet, why are Miz and Morrison still on television? Can you please get them off of this show? Please. Can you get them off of this show? Mostly the Miz.
Yeah, Morrison, get him away from the Miz. If anything, bring back Melina and put her back with Morrison. Just get Morrison away from the Miz, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Because Miz is just doing nothing but holding him down.
Yeah, or get Miz and Morrison, both of them, off of television.
Exactly.
How is it still allowed on television? How is Miz TV still a thing on television?
I don't.
This is the first Raw of 2021. This is, I have to say this. This is the first Monday Night Raw of 2021. You'd think that they would start off with something new and something fresh.
You'd think they'd have a fire lit under their ass and try and at least put on a decent opener. Nope, they don't do that.
But no, we get Hulk Hogan with his usual, typical Hulkamania promo that he does, as always.
Yeah.
And then we get Miz TV with two guys who are get off my TV worthy on a t-shirt.
Yep. And then he had Miz and Morrison. They run down the card for the night. The New Day come out. Unfunny fucking campy comedy from Kofi and Woods. Uncomedy garbage that was not even funny whatsoever. And then you had Woods and Kingston saying that Miz and Morrison are actually guests on their new show. Then everyone is arguing like a bunch of fucking high school children, yada, yada, yada. Then Teddy Long comes out. He walks on the stage and he tells Miz and Morrison that tonight they'll face The Undertaker. And then Adam Pearce runs out on the stage and he tells Teddy Long that that's not the match. Then Long books an impromptu tag team match. Hold on. Teddy Long then books an impromptu tag team match between the Miz and Morrison versus the New Day. Hold on, before I must take this phone call. Hello? I'm doing something a little bit right now.
As always. Miz and Morrison against the New Day again.
Yes.
Why? Just why?
Excuse me, folks, for that interruption. I got a phone call from one of my family members, my older half sister and stuff, but and other stuff. So ignore that, guys. Ignore that. But anyways. Miz and Morrison. John Morrison and The Miz versus the New Day of Kofi and Woods. Again. Oh, but it's Xavier Woods this time, though, man. He was hurt, man. Who cares? It's the same shit.
It's the same New Day, minus Big E.
He's seen this how many times on SmackDown last year? Now we're seeing it even more times now on Monday Night Raw. Enough already. This is the best you can come up with. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it.
And guess what happened during the match? Do we even need to go over the match? We just
I didn't even pay much attention to this at all because we've seen it so many fucking times. That's how much I cared for it. New Day wins clean after Woods hit a Shining Wizard on Morrison and Woods pinned Morrison clean off that. New Day wins. Miz and Morrison yet again continue to be treated like fucking losers on Monday Night Raw. Yet I'm supposed to take Miz and Morrison seriously, right? Yet again they're losers. Yeah. They continue to be losers on Raw. I swear I can't take them seriously at all.
Yeah, no one can take them seriously. And the Miz is Mr. Money in the
Complete
Bank.
fucking scrubs as always on this show.
And the Miz is Mr. Money in the Bank. How many wins has he had since winning the briefcase back?
And he won the briefcase back. Fucking stupid.
Yeah. And he still loses. He's still losing.
Absolutely fucking stupid that he won the briefcase back. Oh, but Morrison cashed it in for him at TLC though, man. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Who cares? If Morrison was the one who cashed it, why wasn't he Mr. Money in the Bank? Why wasn't he in the match
Exactly.
with AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre back at TLC?
Exactly. And a week or two ago, the Miz was on Raw. He lost to Gwen Metalik via roll-up in 3 minutes clean. Clean. Yeah, I'm supposed to take Miz and Morrison seriously, right? Sure.
Oh.
Waste of fucking time. New Day versus Miz and Morrison again, waste of time. If you missed this, I don't blame you. You missed nothing with this. A shit opener and a shit impromptu tag match to follow. Good creativity you got there, Vince McMahon, for the first Raw of 2021 there. Awful. Then we go backstage with Charlie Caruso interviewing Randy Orton. She asked Orton what was going through his mind a week ago. He said he heard voices in his head, and he says the voices in his head told him to set Alexa Bliss on fire, which he really didn't. If you think so, you're a fool. Orton couldn't do it. Orton showered restraint in comparison towards Bliss. Orton hates himself for it. Orton realizes now that there is no boundaries. Orton knows he's capable of anything. And then Charlie tries to ask Orton about The Fiend, but Orton says he doesn't want to talk about The Fiend anymore. Orton is going to take a walk to find some old friends. He wants to remind them that he is the legend killer. Then we had a thing during the New Year's celebration. Angel Garza hitting R-Truth for the 24/7 title. Angel Garza with the 24/7 title. Then backstage, you got Garza running into Alicia Fox. Yet there's people that say Alicia Fox is a legend.
How many minutes did she got on Monday Night Raw this past Monday? How many minutes? Or how many seconds?
A minute, 2 minutes. Yeah, people want to say Alicia Fox is a legend, right? Sure.
Or how many seconds? She did not even come close to having a minute on Monday Night Raw this past Monday.
And no, Alicia Fox is not a legend. Sorry, clowns. She's not a legend. Then we had Mickie James and Tatanka and Sergeant Slaughter talking with each other in the back and all the other stuff. Garza says all he wanted to do tonight was meet Mickie James. Then Garza gives James a rose. Slaughter then takes the rose and calls Garza a maggot. And then we get the next match. AJ Styles with Omos, or Big Jordan, as you would call him, Adam, versus Elias with Jackson Riker. Didn't we see this a week ago?
A week ago, yep.
And we're getting this match again. You take something that was decent last week, now you're trying to ruin that this week. Oh, but it was a decent match last week, though, man. You still acknowledge that, man. We've seen it enough. We've seen it already.
Just because it was a decent match doesn't mean we want to see it again.
Exactly. And AJ Styles wins this thing with the Styles Clash. I don't really give a shit because we've seen this already last week. And then after this match, Riker tries to sneak up behind Styles to hit him with the Elias guitar, but Omos gets in the ring and he smashes, like he kicks the guitar into smithereens, and then Riker runs away like a little scared child. So we have Braun Strowman running fast. And Big Jordan, he can kick fast.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Moving on.
Yeah. So then we got backstage Charlotte Flair announcing she'll be entering this year's Women's Royal Rumble. I hope to God she doesn't fucking win. She plays fucking politics just like Goldberg, but who the fuck wants to see her win the Rumble again this year? And Asuka and Charlotte at Mania, this year for the Raw Women's title. You know that's coming. You know that's coming.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Charlotte wins or doesn't win. The match is still gonna happen. The inevitable is about to occur.
Yeah. And Asuka and Charlotte will feast on Asuka, and Asuka will be buried.
Unfortunately.
Third strike Asuka will get, and she'll be buried. And she'll rest in peace forever. And then we go backstage with Matt Riddle and the Big Show. You know, Big Show. You know him, the Big Slow.
Yeah. Yeah. In
Big Show
2021.
and Big Show is yet still on my television.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2021 and the fucking Big Show is still on our TV screens.
Great.
When is the heel turn coming? When is the heel turn coming?
The 2021 heel face turn for the Big Show.
Yeah. Yeah, when is it coming?
Legitimately. And we had Big Show and Matt Riddle backstage. Riddle suggested the Big Show change his name to the Big Bro. The Big Bro.
Yeah. The Big Bro. Really?
Who is writing for who is scripting Matt Riddle's promos on Monday Night Raw?
The Big Bro.
Yeah. The Big Bro. And Show says you'll think about that. Riddle walks away. Orton walks in and he taunts the Big Show. Then Show says Orton isn't going to goad him into doing something stupid. Then Orton says Show clearly doesn't have the guts to do something about it, so he'll be on his way. Then Big Show is seething. And then we had Asuka and Charlotte Flair with Ric Flair versus Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. Another match we've seen already. Oh, great. More rinse and repeat. More rinse and repeat. What do you think happened?
Did they took last week's script? Did they took last week's script and they put it up this week? On last week on Monday Night Raw?
Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous.
My God.
And then, so in this match, Evans was crawling on the apron towards Ric Flair. Evans grabs Flair by the tie. Lacey Evans was trying to flirt with Ric Flair. And Charlotte sees this. She kicks Evans off the apron before Lacey could kiss Rick. And then Flair tries to help, but then Flair accidentally trips her as he hits the ropes. Then you had like Charlotte running the ropes, and Ric Flair tripped Charlotte accidentally. Then Peyton Royce rolled up Charlotte for a 3 count. And then after this match, Evans was kissing Rick on the cheek. And then after this match, Charlotte rolls out of the ring and gets in her father's face. And then Charlotte tells her father to stay out of her business. And then Charlotte tells her father to get out.
Wow.
Charlotte tells her father to get out.
Well, there's a report. This was a botch. This was not actually planned to happen.
No, not at all.
The original plan was to have Ric Flair trip Peyton Royce and Charlotte could pick up the win. But it was a botch that happened.
But this match, another rinse and repeat match. Who gives a shit?
What are we going to get? We're going to get Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans challenging for the tag team championships next Monday?
Oh, great. Yeah, another segment I'll most likely be changing the channel on. Another match we've seen already.
Yeah, and we're going to see it again if it happens on Monday Night Raw for the women's tag team titles, and Charlotte and Asuka will retain.
Great. Fucking great. Oh, shit.
Yeah, and Peyton Royce will be tapping out to the figure 8.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Then we go backstage with Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart interrupting Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. And then Hogan says he was a fan of or whatever and stuff. Jimmy Hart, man, he still got it. Jimmy Hart.
He still looks the same.
How old is Jimmy Hart?
Yeah, he still looks the same, like Sergeant Slaughter.
How old is Jimmy Hart?
Is he in his 60s?
I think.
In
Let
the
me see.
60s.
Let me see here. Hold real quick. Jimmy Hart age 78 years old. He actually just turned 78 on January 1st of this year. So he's 78 years old.
And he still looks the same.
He doesn't even look the age.
Yeah, And Sergeant Slaughter is 72 years old, and he doesn't look the age. He still looks like as if he's still in his 50s. Same as Jimmy Hart.
Yeah. Legitimately. But moving on though. Then we had Bobby Lashley with MVP the next match versus Matt Riddle. I'm not calling him Riddle. So we had this match here. Lashley's handing over his U.S. title. Riddle attacks Lashley from behind. And since the bell didn't ring, the referee asked Lashley if he could go. Lashley says he could. And Riddle tries to lock in an armbar, but Lashley turns it into a slam. Riddle then tries to lock Lashley in a rope hung version of the armbar, but both tumble over the top rope. And then Lashley puts Riddle on the shoulder and drives Riddle's head into the ring post. Riddle does a full spin before falling to the floor. Then Riddle gets rocked. Then they go to the commercial break, and then after the break, Lashley's done working over Riddle, and then Riddle starts to fire up. Then Lashley almost hits his C4, but Riddle lands on his feet. Riddle hits a PK, followed by the final flash. Lashley kicks out. MVP distracts Riddle long enough for Lashley to pull him off the top rope and hit the Dominator. Then Lashley puts Riddle in the hurt lock. Lashley swings Riddle, and the referee narrowly ducks Riddle's swinging feet. Riddle taps, but the ref doesn't see it. Then Lashley lets go of the hold because he thinks he's won. Lashley and MVP argue with the ref. Then Riddle rolls up Lashley for the 1, 2, 3. Why is your champion? Lashley was protected in 2020. Like McIntyre and all, and Bailey. Lashley was so protected in 2020. In my opinion, when he was protected like with the Hurt Business and all. Why is Lashley losing clean here? Your champion, your U.S. champion Bobby Lashley loses clean here in a non-title match to Matt Riddle. There are other ways to come up with a number one contender for said title than having the champion lose clean. Champion should not lose clean. Why is Lashley losing clean?
Great. The U.S. champion and the women's tag team champions
and your Raw Women's champion.
Yeah. We should forget about Raw Legends Night. We should record this
chumps. Champions are chumps.
Yeah. Forget about Raw Legends Night. We should call this Raw Champions Loses Night.
Champions should not lose clean, people. Champions should not lose clean. But it wasn't clean, man. It was a fuck finish, man. Champions should not lose, period, in non-title matches. It's lazy booking to get to a next title match. It's lazy fucking booking that may have worked back in the day, but now that's not going to work anymore in 2021. It's lazy ass fucking booking. There are better ways to come up with a number one contender for said title than having your own champion lose clean. It makes the champion look weak, and it devalues the fucking title. Champion should not lose clean. Champion should not lose clean, Adam. Yet there'll be geeks on social media. Oh, but if this is AEW, you wouldn't shit on it, man. Did you not watch Dynamite weeks ago with Darby Allin? He just won the TNT title. Tag team match on Dynamite. He lost clean. Hello?
I can hear you.
All right, there you go. But yeah. Okay, good. But then it's like you'll get geeks on social media. Oh, but if this was AEW, you wouldn't shit on it, man. Yes, we would. We call them out. We called them out on it too. Would. Look what happened weeks ago on Dynamite with Darby Allin when he just won the TNT title.
Yeah, and he gets pinned clean
by Brian Cage in that main event tag match on Dynamite weeks ago. Darby Allin just won the TNT title and he lost clean, and it's like we shit on it. We shit on that.
Champions should not be losing. Champions should not be losing clean, period. They should not look like chumps instead of champions.
Like Darby Allin just won the TNT title, then he loses clean, then they take the title right off of him. So it's like, why'd you even give him the title in the first place? Why couldn't Cody Rhodes eat the pinfall in that tag match? He's pretty much bulletproof.
Yeah.
You know? You could have Powerhouse Hobbs interfering and costing the match, but Darby still would have taken the pinfall, and champion should not lose clean, period, whether it's clean or not. Why couldn't Cody Rhodes eat the pinfall? What, you know, one loss ain't gonna hurt Cody.
Why couldn't we get another rematch between Darby Allin and Cody Rhodes, since he has a rematch clause?
Exactly. Oh, but if it was AEW, you wouldn't shit on it, man. Yes, we would. If they did that, we'd call them out on it. We'd call them right on it.
But WWE does this all the time. WWE does this all the time.
Whether it's WWE or AEW, it doesn't fucking matter which promotion, bro. Champions should not lose clean, period. Champions should not lose in non-title matches, fucking period. Period. There are much better ways to come up with a number one contender for said title than having your champion go out there and lose clean. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get this match again at the Rumble.
It devalues
the Rumble. And devalues the title too, like I just mentioned. Now we're going to get this match a second time. And it's like, fucking Christ.
Jesus Who's Christ, going man. To care? Who's going to care with Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle?
Lashley was so protected in 2020 with the Hurt Business stuff. Now he's losing clean here. Illogical. Some logic he got there, Bruce. Unreal. Unfucking.
Yeah, some logic he got there, Vince. And done.
Yeah. Or knowing Vince and Bruce, they probably forgot Lashley and Hurt Business were looking strong last year.
Yeah.
And then we go backstage with Mark Henry talking.
Moving on.
Then we went to backstage with Mark Henry talking to Ricochet to keep his head up. Then Henry has hit his leg on a scooter due to a leg injury. Then Orton was taunting Henry or he was like belittling Mark Henry and all this other stuff. Henry says hopefully fast enough to get away from Orton and such. Then Orton was taunting Henry about not being able to wrestle anymore. Then Orton tells Henry to pedal away or he will end Mark Henry. And then Orton then owes Henry so many receipts that Henry is lucky to get this pass. Henry then rolls away with his head down. So Orton pretty much belittled Mark Henry here. And then we got backstage, Lashley and MVP ran about Lashley being cheated. Lashley says he's going to end Matt Riddle's punk ass. Then as Mandy Rose makes her way to the ring, Shayna Baszler then attacks her from behind. Dana Brooke then runs down to the ring to make the save. Then Brooke demands a match with Baszler right away, and Baszler agrees. And then we had Shayna Baszler and Dana Brooke. Baszler putting Brooke in the Kerfuda clutch, and Brooke turns it into a pin for a 3-count, 90-second match. And Dana Brooke pins Shayna Baszler.
Hold on.
My God, man, Jesus Christ. Shayna Baszler, pinned by Dana Brooke, a bimbo.
Hold on. Excuse me. Christ above! Why?
If Shayna Baszler wasn't buried already, she is definitely buried. I don't want to hear a peep from anyone saying, oh, but Shayna Baszler's not buried, man. Sure, she is buried. She is buried. She is fucking buried. She is buried. Dana Brooke pins Shayna Baszler clean. Oh, but Dana Brooke is improving, man. Where, in catering?
Where? In catering? With the amount of ice creams that she and Bobby Roode are making? Because Dolph Ziggler is somewhere passed out?
Or the amount of green beans Dana Brooke is eating in catering for Titus O'Neil?
Oh my god. Why?
In NXT, you would have never seen this shit in NXT.
Pathetic.
If this was NXT, Shayna would devour her in fucking seconds.
This is Shayna Baszler on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen.
Unreal.
In NXT, when she was in NXT, she was being booked as a dominating force. And she was the most dominant NXT Women's Champion since Asuka. But here on Monday Night Raw, after many accolades in NXT, and very memorable matches, on Monday Night Raw, she loses to Dana Brooke. Or before that, she doesn't win the Royal Rumble, gets eliminated by Charlotte.
Because
she
of
loses
Charlotte
to Becky
fucking
Lynch.
politics.
She loses to Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, which she should have won. She doesn't win the Money in the Bank. She teams up with a fucking disgrace of a wrestler who shall not be named, loses the Women's Tag Team Championships to Charlotte, and loses to Dana Brooke. Oh, before that, she was losing to Lana twice, clean. And now she loses to Dana Brooke on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and yet Lana's not been on TV lately, and they only put her on TV because of Rusev going to AEW. Oh, but it's not. But it has nothing to do with AEW, man. Sure.
And now look at Lana right now. She's not even on television. Yeah. And they had even no plans for her. And they had no plans for her after the Survivor Series.
It was just WWE's pettiness.
Yeah, they wanted to push her just to make her look like a loser. And then they thought about Charlotte after the Survivor Series, and they had no plans for Lana.
And the only reason they pushed Lana for a bit was because of Rusev going to AEW, and it was Vince's and Bruce's pettiness because Rusev went to AEW.
Yeah. And now look.
Oh, but they're not afraid of AEW. Motherfucker, yes, they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. What do I need to say about Shayna Baszler? The woman is completely buried on Monday Night Raw. They might as well send her back to NXT or just send her to SmackDown Live because they're gonna do absolutely nothing with this woman on Monday Night Raw.
If there's another shakeup, move her to NXT or move her to SmackDown.
Yeah, or we might as well. They're gonna do a superstar shakeup in April between Raw and SmackDown. One of those shakeups.
That's if they do that. If they do another draft or shakeup in 2021, move her to NXT or move her to SmackDown because she is going nowheres on this show.
Yeah, or there'll be a draft just for Raw and SmackDown because Vince McMahon is not going to include NXT. Then we'll do a shakeup or draft between Raw and SmackDown, and one of those should be Shayna Baszler going to SmackDown Live.
Yeah, a move that they definitely need to do because she's going nowheres on this show. When you have her losing to Dana Brooke, you know you got a problem.
Yeah, she should be on SmackDown facing herself,
aka Bayley.
Yeah.
My
God.
Pathetic. So then after this match, Baszler still has Brooke in the Kirifuda clutch. So Brooke pins Baszler clean, and Baszler still has Brooke in the Kirifuda clutch. So Dana Brooke looks stupid here. Then Baszler refuses to let go. Rose hits the ring and destroys Baszler with a running knee. Brooke and Rose then flapjack Baszler and toss her out of the ring. Moving on. Then we go backstage with Ric Flair talking.
Awful.
Then we had Ric Flair talking to IRS and Molly Holly. Then Orton walks in and he continues to put down the legends and all. And Orton calls Flair a pathetic old man. Then we got backstage. Riddle tells Keith Lee it's a new year and there's going to be a new champ. Then Lee thanks Riddle for the pep talk. Moving on. And then we got Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. You know, there was a time on SmackDown Live in 2018 when Orton turned heel and attacked Jeff Hardy and he pulled on Jeff Hardy's earlobe. Remember that? When SmackDown was decent?
Brutal.
He pulled on Jeff Hardy's earlobe. I remember watching that SmackDown episode live. Great stuff.
Awesome.
That was when Orton turned
And
heel
it-
in 2018.
Yeah, and it happened again. It happened again.
But in SmackDown in 2018, Orton versus Jeff, that was actually decent here. This one, this past Monday on Raw, was not even close.
Yeah, this was legitimately one of the only positives of this show.
Legitimately.
We got
and the SmackDown promo.
Yeah, we had the SmackDown promo package, and then we had Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy.
And then the NXT and promo package for New Year's Evil.
Yeah. These were the only positives of Monday Night Raw.
Only
2 promo
3.
packages and a two promo packages and a match that we haven't seen in a long that we see for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. Now Orton and Jeff has been done before, but in 2018 on SmackDown with Jeff and Orton, it was decent. Here, this was not even close, but Orton wins this with an RKO when Jeff tried. Remember, it was shades of Royal Rumble 08 in Madison Square Garden where Jeff Hardy goes for Twisted Fate, but RKO counter. Orton wins off of that, and Orton beats Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that was a positive on this show. We didn't see this for the first. We see this for the first time in a long time. So I would gladly appreciate that it happened.
Yeah. And then we go backstage with the Lucha House Party running into Melina. Melina then does the Lucha thing, chant with Dorado and Metalik. Melina does look great, though. I do have to say, she looked great. She looks great.
Yeah. Can we get her back on Monday Night Raw and have her back with Morrison?
They're not together anymore, but just get Morrison away from the Miz. And Melina, I know some of you people watch indie wrestling and stuff. I've heard Melina before on the indies after she left the WWE in 2011. Didn't she wrestle in the indies?
I think.
And I don't know. It's like in today's women's wrestling, do you think she'd fit with the current women wrestlers like Sasha, Bayley, Becky, and Charlotte, and Asuka, and Io?
I don't know. Or maybe she becomes a manager.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, let's find out.
I mean, I would not mind her. I mean, I would not mind her back if they put her with Morrison, to be honest. Anything to get Morrison away from the Miz is fine by me.
Yeah.
But she looks great.
Moving on.
I do have to admit. And then we get the Hurt Business of Benjamin and Alexander versus the Lucha House Party. And we had, and this match didn't even last long, I don't think. And we had the Lucha House Party. So again, champions are chumps. So the women's tag team champions and Raw Women's Champion loses clean. The U.S. champion loses clean. And now the Raw Tag Team Champions lose clean. Cedric and Shelton lose clean here to the Lucha House Party. Yeah, good way to make your Raw Tag Team Champions look good there. Unreal. Again, like I just said with the Lashley situation, champions should not lose clean. I don't care if it's clean or if it's a fuck finish. Champions should not lose. Period. Don't even try and argue that.
And look, I understand the Lucha House Party we're gonna have a match on NXT. I know they wanted to build them up to look strong heading into NXT.
And Grand Metalik was going to wrestle Santos Escobar for the Cruiserweight title on New Year's Evil. We get that.
Yeah, we get that you want to make them look strong, but they're going to NXT. Why would you want to book them on Monday Night Raw?
And against your Raw Tag Team champions, you couldn't have them against like Retribution, like T-Balls and Slapnuts,
or have them face off against Miz and Morrison again, and have the Miz get pinned again by Grand Metalik
instead of Miz and Morrison versus the fucking New Day again.
Yeah. My God.
Why do we book this show better than people actually write for the current fucking show currently?
Pathetic.
And we don't even work for that company. We work for free. Unfucking believable, man. Unfucking believable. Then after the Lucha House Party wins this match here, MVP then yells at Benjamin and Cedric, and then Alexander storms off. Are they going to break up the Hurt Business? I fucking hope not. There's no teams on Raw.
There's 0 tag teams.
None. None. So
Please don't break them. Please
and
don't break them up, please.
and yeah, please don't break them up. And if they break them up, you know, and it's like, wasn't it like what, AW All Out or some shit that Ariel Monroe was there, and or was it All Out that Ariel Monroe is married to Cedric Alexander? And they took a selfie with them at an AEW show, if not mistaken.
Yeah, I
Instagram.
think. And it was full gear.
Are they punishing Cedric and the Hurt Business because of the AEW shit? Are Vince and Bruce this fucking petty?
Come on now. It's a new year. Enough of this.
And Brody Lee passed away. Enough of this shit.
Enough of this.
Of this. Stop being petty.
Yeah.
Brody Lee just passed away at 41 years old. Even Brody Lee's wife Amanda was even on, I think it was Twitter. She even posted a heartfelt message. And I mean a heartfelt message saying, you know, wrestling is wrestling, you know?
Yeah, don't hate on the other while you like the other.
And she's right.
Yeah,
she's
and Brody Lee and WWE gave her husband an opportunity to live his dream in professional wrestling.
They don't hate the company. Brody Lee just wanted more. That's why he left. He wanted a little bit more. That's why he walked away.
Yeah. Yeah, and they gave him a job to live his dream in professional wrestling.
Exactly.
And he made the most out of it.
Yeah. So it's like, stop being petty, you know? Wrestling is wrestling, you know?
Yeah.
And even on Twitter, I've seen Twitter videos of Brody Lee Jr. in the ring, training in that ring a little bit with Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Of the Riot Squad. I saw this Twitter video of that a few days ago on Twitter. A few days ago. So it's like stop the fucking pettiness.
Yeah. Knowing this company, maybe we will see the Hurt Business versus the Lucha House Party in any weeks on Monday Night Raw. Maybe we see a Royal Rumble with the Hurt Business winning.
Are the Lucha House Party in NXT or Raw at this point? At this point, send them down to NXT because they could use some tag teams. And why not have them in the Dusty Classic? Because I'm going to talk about the Dusty Classic in the different video either later tonight or sometime during the day tomorrow about the reviews for Dynamite, NXT, and NXT UK. I'm going to go over that with that. So, yeah. But
moving on.
Again, Raw Tag Champs should not lose clean here. Champions are chumps. Champions should not lose, period. Then we go backstage with Angel Garza and Nikki Cross and Tori Wilson. And Wilson tells Garza that she invited Cardi B and Ariana Grande to watch Raw tonight. Wilson then tells Garza that they are in the other room and she knows Cardi would love a rose. Then Garza walks into this dark room with a red light that comes on, and it's the Boogeyman. I don't know who says, and it's, I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you. And Boogeyman scares the crap out of Angel Garza. He screams like a little girl, a little kid, who stumbles out of the room backward while screaming like a little child. Then R-Truth appears out of nowhere and rolls up Garza 1, 2, 3 to win back the 24/7 title. And new 24/7 champion R-Truth. Truth, Wilson, and Cross then all skip away celebrating R-Truth's win. How do you fuck up Angel Garza? How do you fuck up Angel Garza? I have no words.
Do I need to say anything?
This is the former NXT Cruiserweight champion. And here on Monday Night Raw, you have him scared by the fucking Boogeyman. Now, he is scared. I'd be scared too, but Jesus Christ. You embarrassed the guy here.
Before that, they had a TikTok video on New Year's Day, on January 1st, a TikTok video, and they had Angel Garza roll up R-Truth and win the 24/7 title.
Oh, but it's not on TV, though, man.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter.
It was shown. They showed it on social media. They showed it on their YouTube channel.
And Angel Garza, a former NXT Cruiserweight champion, but here on Raw, he's fucking embarrassing 24/7 title fucking bullshit.
Yeah, wins the title, and then he goes to RAW Legends Night completely getting embarrassed by the fucking boogeyman. And he gets rolled up without even looking from behind.
Unreal.
Buried.
Unfucking real. Yeah.
Buried
But he's not buried, man. Sure.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is buried.
How am I supposed to take him seriously after this past Monday?
Awful.
And burn the 24/7 title. Why was Kane not in the show to burn the 24/7 title? Hellfire and Brimstone. Burn the title. It's worthless.
The title is a joke. The title is a complete train wreck. It's a disaster.
Just look what the title did to Akira Tozawa. That 24/7 title. Swimming in a beach with his ninjas, getting eaten by a fucking shark that chasing the 24/7 championship.
Or we've seen Akira Tozawa archers and Drew Gulak fighting in a garbage can for the fucking title, where they're inside a fucking garbage.
And Drew Gulak dressing up as a fucking gobbledygook.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Yet Gulak signed a new 5-year deal, and he could have left when he had the chance. But he made a good decision of resigning, man. You feel sorry for him, man. You have sympathy for him. I have zero sympathy for Drew Gulak at this point. I don't feel sorry for him at all.
He's just as bad as Jinder Mahal, or he's just as bad as, who is it? Kurt Hawkins?
Your favorite idiot, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler, yeah. About having a brain cell on signing a new deal. Or Mike Kanellis. Mike Bennett.
Yeah, Mike and Kanellis, 2 idiots.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for Gulak at all. At all.
Just awful.
And this guy was on SmackDown wrestling AJ Styles in a decent match for the IC title, and he was on SmackDown tagging with Daniel Bryan. But on Raw, he's embarrassing 24/7 title fucking bullshit segments. And I don't feel sorry for Gulak at all. This guy could have left and went to New Japan when he had the chance. And he wanted more money.
Yeah.
He wanted more money, apparently. Oh, but money's
Just
always everything, though, man.
Yeah, now look at Drew Gulak. He's now at Titus Catering. Yep. Or he's now training these people, Keith Lee, or these other people.
He's training Keith Lee to be the next executive head chef in Titus Catering.
Yeah, or he's training Davikato,
who still is not on the show, by the way.
Yeah, who still hasn't appeared since the draft, by the way. Yeah, I'm not sure if you realize that.
Yep.
Angel Garza, but man, Angel Garza, man, how to bury him? But
the second coming of Eddie Guerrero, and this is the best you have for him.
Yeah, win the 24/7 title, then get scared by the fucking boogeyman. I know he's scary. I know.
Yet you'll get geeks. Oh, but you'd be scared by the boogeyman too, man.
What? Well, what would I be doing if I was in a segment of the boogeyman? I would have closed the door or the closet, and he was in, and then walk away without running like a fucking retard.
Unreal. They embarrassed Garza so bad this past Monday on Raw. It's not even funny.
No one can take him seriously. At this point, why should I care about Angel Garza? No one can take him seriously after this.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And if you defend this garbage, you are a blithering fucking idiot.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. So, what else we got here? Oh shit, it's 2:39. I gotta meet my older half sister in a little bit, but I don't know. I think I might as well just try and end the video here after this main event and shit, and do this SmackDown review later in a few hours and shit, probably. But anyways,
Main event.
Yeah. So we had all the legends on the stage to watch the main event, the WWE Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Limited Keith Lee. Can we talk about Keith Lee for a little bit and say that, you know, he doesn't feel the same like he was in NXT?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, did Raw fuck him up so bad. They turned him
He was-
into like a Braun Strowman. Woo! Because, he runs
Yeah.
fast. I'm not sure if you guys realize that.
Yeah. Or they have him wrestle as if he's the Big Show. As
Yeah.
he's Paul White.
Oh, but super heavyweights are not supposed to wrestle like cruiserweights, man. Who cares?
Who cares? Didn't Braun Strowman and the Big Show do kickups? Or they do drop kicks from the top rope?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why are you putting the handcuffs on Keith Lee when he was actually doing high flying shit, Spanish flies, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah, but on Monday Night Raw, he's wrestling as if he's the fucking Great Khali. Or wrestling like if he's Giant Gonzalez. Or Mark Henry. Or Andre the Giant.
We don't need
the Big Show.
Yeah, but we need another Mark Henry, man. No, we don't. Have Keith Lee be the next Keith Lee. Have him be the next him. We don't need another Mark Henry. Mark Henry in 2011 with All of Pain was fucking awesome.
Yeah. No one needs another. And no one needs another Big Show. No one needs another Big Show. Yeah, nobody wants the next Big Show. He already had his career.
Exactly, and it's like, and it's like, you know what they say: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? Not only do they change his in-ring attire and his music, but they change his move set, and it's not his fault. And I know it's not Keith Lee's fault.
It's WWE creative. This is what happens when you take someone who Triple H has been building in NXT and you give them to Vince McMahon.
Yeah, Triple H creates and Vince McMahon kills. This is the prime example of that. Yeah, I'm hearing rumors of Damian Priest being called up to the main roster. And like originally he was supposed to be on this first SmackDown of 2021. That got next. He was supposed to be Owen's best friend. That would have made no sense. I love Damian Priest, but that would have made no sense. And Roman and Owens both rejected it, and it got axed. And now Damian Priest is now rumored for the main roster. Guess where he's rumored to go? Monday Night Raw. Goodbye, Mr. Priest. You'll end up just like Keith Lee on Monday Night Raw.
They're going to change his entrance. They're going to change the look of his entrance.
They'll change his music. They'll change his attire, his entrance.
Yeah.
And they'll change his in-ring style most of all. We don't need another Braun Strowman. All he does is wee because he runs fast, and that's all he does.
Yeah. How long before Damian Priest wrestle in his fucking jacket? You know that his jacket when he enters and then he takes it off. How long before he wrestles in it during his matches? Or he wrestles in a t-shirt?
Unreal. Unfucking real. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, but and why do they need to change shit? Oh, that's right. Because Triple H does the job better and Vince and Bruce suck at their job. He thinks everything currently he does is right, and it's not.
Yeah, it's the opposite. It's killing his company.
Vince thinks what he's doing right now is the right thing, and it's really not at all.
Yeah. What he's doing is he's killing the shows on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown.
They don't even need Vince anymore. He needs to retire. He's 75 years old. He's out of touch.
And the reports says that he doesn't look well backstage.
Yeah, Ryback and Jim Ross have said he doesn't. They're concerned for his health. Yeah, I read a recent report that Meltzer is saying, "Oh, Vince backstage, Vince in reality he's fine." You can't always believe Dave Meltzer. He's reliable, but Meltzer's not always right.
Yeah, 50% he's right.
Sometimes Meltzer can talk out of his ass. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not shitting on Dave Meltzer. He's right most of the times, at least sometimes, but he's not always right. He's not always reliable.
He's sometimes right, but he's sometimes wrong. I mean, you have Brian Alvarez to help him there. You have Brian Alvarez there to help him.
Yeah, Brian Alvarez, who's reliable. Meltzer, he's good, but sometimes he can be talking about his opinion. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes he can be like talking out of his ass. I don't hate him. He's good at what he does, but he's not always right. He's not right all the time. He's right sometimes or most of the times, but not all the time. So it's it's like if you're listening to Dave Meltzer, like please take it sometimes at least with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But according to Meltzer, he thinks Vince is fine health-wise. I don't believe it one bit.
Yeah, we don't believe it.
But Jim Ross and Ryback saying that Vince, they don't think he's in good health. They're very concerned for him.
Yeah. And oh my God, Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre. I will say this: it was a decent match, to be fair here.
Yeah, it was one spot in the match where McIntyre was pounced over the barricade by Keith Lee. Not better than Adam Cole, where he was pounced by Keith Lee in NXT in late 2019 over 5 rows of barricade in NXT. You know, this was the NXT after the 2019 Survivor Series. You know, it was not better than that.
Yeah, when there was still fans, by the way, when there were still actual fans.
Before the pandemic. Like how he just launched Adam Cole. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Keith Lee did a Spanish fly during the match.
Yeah, almost damn near killing himself. That was a near fall. That there was a few spots in this match, so it felt like NXT Keith Lee of old.
Yeah.
This is the Keith Lee we need to see. What the main roster Keith Lee would be eaten alive by the NXT Keith Lee, legitimately. We don't need another Braun Strowman wrestler on this show. Let Keith Lee beat Keith Lee like he was in NXT. We don't need another fucking Braun Strowman, like in-ring style. And I fear for Damian Priest when he comes up to Raw. I fear for that.
It's gonna happen. Don't be surprised if it happens.
I hope not, but knowing this show, I would not put it past them.
Legitimately.
Yeah. And then you had Keith Lee going for a spirit bomb. Like Keith Lee deadlifting McIntyre off the mat for a spirit bomb. Or no, McIntyre goes for a Claymore. Or McIntyre goes for a spine buster. Presses on Keith Lee by McIntyre with spine buster by McIntyre. McIntyre then calls for a Claymore. Lee then catches McIntyre's foot. He then deadlifts McIntyre off the mat for a spirit bomb, but McIntyre escapes it and it's a Claymore for the 1, 2, 3. And McIntyre retains the WWE title. Decent match here, you'd say, right, Adam?
Yep. Yes, it was.
And winner and still your WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. And then McIntyre grabs a microphone and he attempts to say something to Lee. Hold on. I'm doing something. No, I'm doing something. Sorry, my grandparents. Please ignore that. Please ignore that, guys. But anyways.
And then we get Bill Goldberg.
McIntyre has a microphone. He says he was trying to say something. Then Goldberg's music hits. And our nightmares just started to begin. And then
by the way, bro.
And then we had Goldberg power walking to the ring. Then McIntyre hands Goldberg the mic. And then this is quote what Goldberg said. He said there couldn't be a better person as champion. You as a WWE champion, Mr. Goldberg.
No one wants to see that. It's 2021. This isn't WCW anymore from 1998.
Nope. For everything McIntyre has, the one thing he doesn't have, and this is quote from Goldberg. Let me repeat this. Quote from Goldberg. For everything that you McIntyre have done, the one thing McIntyre that you don't have is respect. Really? Who the hell are you, Goldberg, to say that?
Correct me. Well, Goldberg, you fucking clown. It's the opposite. Drew McIntyre has respect for the legends. You don't have respect.
Just look what you did to the Fiend, Mr. Goldberg. And you mean to, and you say that
Yeah.
McIntyre has no respect? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You have the balls, Bill Goldberg, to say that? To say that McIntyre has no respect?
Let me tell you something. There's a reason why Matt Riddle, Chris Jericho, and Bret Hart dislike Bill Goldberg so much.
There's a reason why Goldberg was ripped a new one by Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, and Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Now you know why Matt Riddle, Bret Hart, and now you know why Bret Hart, Matt Riddle, Chris Jericho don't like Goldberg one bit. Now you know why.
Yeah. Or you want to know why Bret Hart calls Bill Goldberg unprofessional?
And it's like and getting in the ring with Goldberg is like wrestling an actual gorilla.
Yeah. And he's reckless and dangerous.
Yeah. A quote from Bret Hart about Bill Goldberg. And Chris Jericho, he still hates Goldberg to this day.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle, he don't like Goldberg at all.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
It's pathetic, man. But and by the way, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Randy Orton disrespecting the legends on Raw Legends Night? Where was Bill Goldberg?
Orton coming out here instead of Goldberg? What sense does this make here with Goldberg coming out?
Yeah, why didn't Bill Goldberg come out after the Randy Orton Jeff Hardy match?
This was a last-minute rewrite at the end of the Raw script. This script for Raw Monday night was probably finished at 7:55. I guarantee you that happened. I guarantee you they wrapped up the whole script for Monday on Raw, and the show was rewritten and completed at 7:55 this past Monday before Raw, completed but written by Vince all by himself.
Yeah. Why did Goldberg came out after the Randy Orton Jeff Hardy match? Because Randy Orton was disrespecting the legends. They could have given us Randy Orton versus Goldberg at the Royal Rumble to all we fucking know.
Yeah.
Or to all we fucking care.
Unreal. This was literally like a last-minute rewrite for the show Monday night. Legitimately. This makes no sense at all. Yeah, and I agree with you, Adam. Why wasn't Randy Orton coming out? Yes, I don't want to see McIntyre and Orton again, but Jesus Christ, Goldberg coming out and saying, but Jesus Christ, this makes no sense. Oh, but how does it not make sense, man? Goldberg is a legend. He says McIntyre has no respect for the legends, man. How does it not make sense, man? Those are the geeks that will come up with that fucking excuse and defense, trying to defend this garbage.
Wasn't Randy Orton belittling Mark Henry and Ric Flair and disrespecting the Big Show?
He legitimately belittled Mark Henry in the back.
Yeah. Where was Bill Goldberg backstage?
Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Or where was Bill Goldberg when after the Randy Orton Jeff Hardy match? Randy Orton won. Where was he? Nowhere. That's right. Nowhere to be seen.
Or does Vince and Bruce think we're stupid and we don't know?
Yeah, they think we're stupid and we're just gonna pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh, absolutely fucking awful. Then Goldberg says he knows when McIntyre looks at the legends on the stage, he just sees a bunch of washed up has-beens that don't pose a threat to him. That's where Goldberg himself comes in, says Goldberg. Then Goldberg says he challenges McIntyre to a match at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. Then McIntyre then says that fighting Goldberg at this point would be like fighting his father. Then Goldberg laughs and McIntyre laughs. Then Goldberg pushes McIntyre on his ass as the show goes off the air.
Awful, awful show. This show was absolutely awful.
And they got a 2.1 from a 1.7. But don't get comfortable, guys. They're going to go right back to being garbage next Monday on Raw. I guarantee that. Because that's Raw that counts the most. And the Legends won't be there next week. And when that happens, who's Vince going to put the blame on next? Bruce?
Yeah, when Monday Night Raw goes back to 1.7 or a 1.6 million viewership, who is Vince going to put the finger of blame on?
Yeah, legitimately. Is he going to blame Drew McIntyre?
Because he thought
McIntyre's the WWE champion. He's the reason the ratings are down, man. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault. He doesn't even book the show.
Yeah. Who's Vince going to put the blame on? The Hurt Business? Keith Lee? Matt Riddle? Jeff Hardy? Asuka, you know they're not. You know they're not going to blame. You know they're not going to blame Charlotte. God forbid they blame Charlotte.
Yeah. Who is he going to put the finger blame on? Bruce Pritchard? Is he going to blame the Raw writers? The entire Raw writing team that he doesn't let them write?
Unfucking believable. And like I said in the beginning of this video, like Goldberg and McIntyre, if you think Goldberg's going to put over McIntyre at the Rumble, you are an idiot. He didn't put over The Fiend. What makes you think he's going to put over McIntyre?
He's not going to put him over. Watch them have Bill Goldberg no sell the Claymore and the Future Shock. Or watch Bill Goldberg botch a gorilla press or the jackhammer. And he drops McIntyre on the back of his head.
Unreal. Unfucking real.
Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
And this is their first.
Sucks.
This is their first Monday Night Raw of 2020. You'd think they'd have a fire lit up their ass, or they think that they would start off with a decent show.
I see no change here. None.
It's the same thing that we've seen in 2020.
What was it? At least 3-4 matches on this show that we saw rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Some change you got there.
Yeah. If you thought 2020 was bad, 2021 will be even worse than 2020.
And this company will continue to get worse until Vince McMahon steps down or retires or dies.
Yeah.
And when Triple H takes over. And if you don't agree with that, I can't help you. And if you don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. This show is garbage. This show is the worst show on television. I want to see one show say that I'm fucking wrong, or that I'm overreacting, or we're too negative, or we're overreacting, or we're too harsh on this show, or we're too negative, or we complain too much. Oh, aren't you happy about anything, man? You always complain. You're never happy about a damn thing, man. If you don't like it, stop watching.
If you don't like what we're saying, then shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Literally. Don't like it, don't watch it. Permanent block.
Yeah, permanently block.
Do you know how stupid you sound when you say that? Don't like it, don't watch it.
It's the same old typical excuse.
Oh, don't like it, don't watch it. Oh, I guess you like mediocre television. I guess you like subpar television.
Yeah.
You don't want the product to get better, right? Oh, don't like it, don't watch it. If you don't like what we're saying, don't watch us. We have every right to want to see the product get better. Every right. So if you don't like what... Go ahead.
Just look at the ratings. Nobody's even watching. Look at the ratings. Nobody's even watching.
Yeah. The product is at its worst right now.
Yeah, every week, every year, WWE and Vince McMahon, they drive their viewers away to the point where they don't watch.
And Vince is so out of touch, man. He's still living in the 80s and 90s. That's not going to work anymore in 2021.
It's pathetic. It's absolutely awful.
The sooner Vince is out, the better the WWE will be. But knowing Vince, he'll either retire or die before Triple H takes over.
Yeah, he'll either step down on Monday Night Raw when he comes out in a segment, or he'll just die in his fucking chair. That's the only two ways he's going to step down. And Bruce Pritchard needs to be terminated.
Yeah. I don't think Bruce and Triple H even like each other.
Yeah.
So I think when Vince is out and Triple H is in, Bruce is gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruce will be gone. The same
I guarantee you, I said it in either 2020 or 2021, I guarantee you Bruce Pritchard gets the boot.
Yeah, somewhere between this year, Bruce Pritchard thinks that he's safe from now on because the ratings are still keep getting up. But when they go down and down and down, his termination is going to happen. He'll soon be terminated.
Yep. This show sucks. Absolute garbage. And for Raw Legends Night, a legendary failure. That is your Raw review. I know at the beginning of this video, I said a Raw and SmackDown review in this one video, but I got someone waiting for me shortly, and I got to get out of here. But in a few hours, I'm probably going to do my SmackDown review here and such. But that is that.
Okay, no
Thank you
problem.
guys so much for joining Adam and I, the Raw review here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys had a good time with this video here. And see you later in a few hours for the SmackDown review, the second SmackDown 2021, the gauntlet match to determine Roman Reigns and the Universal title at the Royal Rumble. Follow me on Twitter at FioriNick579. Follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiori2014. And follow me on Facebook at Nicholas.Fiori.31. Follow Adam on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links in the description. And hit the like button as well. Hit that bell for all notifications and make sure you subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. I'm Nick Fiori, and this is Adam. We're getting out of here, and we'll see you in a few hours for the SmackDown review. IC title match, Big E and Apollo Crews, the SmackDown Tag Team titles, the Street Profits versus the Dirty Dogs of Bobby Roode and Adam's favorite idiot, Dolph Ziggler, as well as the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, continuing his reign of dominance on SmackDown, and with Adam Pearce and Jey Uso and Kevin Owens and shit. We're going to talk about it in a few hours right here on the channel. You're not going to want to miss it. Talk to you guys later.